Okay.
Hello, you're calling as an
Yeah.
inmate, Saskatchewan Correctional?
That's correct.
Okay. I'm going to let you launch into what you're hearing and seeing with the outbreak that's happened.
Okay. Yep. So you're going to interview me, ask questions, and
Yeah. Like something like people have been calling in and they've been saying that the situation is like chaotic and nobody is getting the info they need on what's going on with the COVID outbreak.
yes, that's correct. I actually wrote a letter to whomever's interested in listening, and I shared it with a couple of the other inmates here, and that's how I got a hold of you. I guess there's a couple of the guys on my unit have also called in, so.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry. Are you Corey?
No.
No?
I'm Anthony.
Anthony. Okay.
I just wrote a letter yesterday. I shared it with Sherry Meyer from Beyond Prison Walls Canada.
Okay.
And she said I should contact you as well.
Oh, yeah, no, that's great. Like we reached out to Beyond Prison Walls on Twitter, and she said, yeah, like, and there's not really anyone who's like wants to touch the story. Like our media in Saskatchewan is sort of, they're hands off, but like I'm just a citizen and I really want to know. I know that there's a lot of people out here who want to know.
Right.
Okay.
I'm happy to share this letter if you want.
Absolutely. Oh, for sure. Go right ahead.
3 minutes.
Okay.
3 minute read. Okay. To whom it may concern, as a remanded inmate at the Saskatoon Correctional Center, I write this letter in a desperate plea for answers. With multiple confirmed cases of COVID-19 within the correctional facility, it's not a matter of what if the virus spreads throughout the institution, but rather it's when. With the entire facility now locked down and a lack of information flowing from staff to inmates regarding precautionary measures being taken to protect us as individuals, words like uncertainty, unrest, and concern could be used to accurately describe the general atmosphere within our overpopulated, dorm-like living unit. 35 inmates, including myself, presently call Echo 2 home, one of 15 units at SCC, a unit originally intended to house only 30 men. With 15 bunk beds spread roughly 1 meter apart and 5 mattresses on the floor, social distancing by definition is impossible. Furthermore, correction staff refuse to provide PPE to inmates and neglect to enforce any form of COVID-19 prevention protocols. No updates to any kind of COVID-19 specific cleaning procedures has been implemented. No enforcement of COVID-19 cleaning protocols has been implemented. There is no daily COVID-19 screening of inmates and no hand sanitizer provided to inmates. Corrections insist that inmates report COVID-19 symptoms to staff. However, inmates are reluctant to do so. When symptoms are reported by an inmate, that individual is removed from the living unit and placed into an isolation cell for a period of time. The living unit is then locked down and privileges such as gym and yard time are taken away from everybody on the unit. This is viewed as more of a punishment rather than precautionary measures by many inmates. Here at Echo 2, 35 men share 4 phones, 3 sinks, 2 toilets, 1 washer dryer, and 1 kitchen outfitted with the basics. In essence, 35 of us share a home involuntarily, which begs the question, is this a legal situation under the guidelines of COVID-19 prevention as outlined by our government? What will happen if COVID-19 affects our unit? When will assertive action be taken to protect us? When will remanded inmates be released to reduce the overpopulating and risk of COVID-19 social exposure at this facility? Or will the courts and corrections simply wait until it's too late and we are all exposed? With many questions and very little answers, I say again, words like uncertainty, unrest, and concern best describe the atmosphere in our 35-man involuntary home. Myself and other remanded inmates, presumably innocent until proven guilty, face a potential death sentence at the mercy of an unorganized and unprepared government institution. Is this legal? Sincerely, Anthony Robertson.
Wow, that's powerful. I thank you for reading that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thank you for taking the time to listen.
Oh, And I just want to say too that like we're getting shares and we're getting likes and we're getting people talking and you are being heard. And whether they want to hear you or not, they're gonna hear it. So
Okay, that's great.
yeah, and yeah, I really appreciate it. It's a huge concern, right, for us for human rights and like people on remand, you haven't been charged. Like, I'm not sure why are they keeping you, you know? No,
That's the question. That's the question we're all wondering here, right? So.
yeah. Well, we're gonna ask that, and we're gonna ask and ask and ask.
Okay, great.
Well, thanks so much. Is there anything else that you wanted to?
No, ma'am. I appreciate your time for listening and everything you're doing. It's really very meaningful to a lot of us in here. So thank you very much.
Yes, and thank you, and yeah, our hearts are with you in the inside, and we're on the outside, but we're together because we're a community here, for sure. Okay, well, thank you so much. Take care.
Bye bye.